All right.
Stream is live, but it hasn't given out the notification because Twitch
Understandable.
is a little slow.
It's fine by me. We can go a little slow.
Also, I'm one of those people. People need to start actually getting in the game. Like, people should actually be in the game at 7:30. Because it's like, I'm like a deadline person. Like, if there's a deadline, it's a deadline. There's no.
I've been late. I've been late for two things in my entire life. One of them was when my college alma mater was playing in the basketball national championship, and I was 5 minutes late to work because the game went into overtime, and I was late for one football practice ever. And I was never late for anything ever again or since. Ever. Hate being late. So I feel you, yeah.
The notification just went out. Final player for check 6 is in here. Nobody's rated up yet on my screen, but
yeah, it looks like Odin's Finest is still not completely readied up, but that is okay. We have all the time in the world, honestly.
Everybody to Collective Esports Red today.
I like the new
channels.
I do like the new names. I like them. It feels kind of like
primary channel, Collective Esports Red.
It feels kind of hacky. Like, oh, we're just gonna do colors. Oh yeah, but really, realistically, what else could you name them? Like one that isn't like a hierarchy.
Yeah. Can't copy Pro League with Alpha Beta.
Yeah, but then like you have, but we didn't want to have like one primary stream. It does look like all of Odin's Finest is readied up though, so
This is one of the main ones for the Siege one, right? Though Collective Esports Red.
Yes.
And then there's Collective Esports Yellow, which is the third one. And Collective Esports Blue is the second one. So be sure to follow all those guys. We're gonna be, if you want to see all of the content from Collective Esports. Got a solid 15 people in here. Sup, Glitz?
So today we are going to be having Odin's Finest in Check 6, and Duck. This is a quarterfinal matchup. To me, this feels more like a semifinals or finals matchup based on the way these two teams have been playing so far in the Summer Cup. Yeah, everyone's ready. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do the dang
thing. Honestly could it's like those people call it. It's the finals before the finals. Like whoever wins this might go on to win the whole tournament.
I agree. Both of these teams have been playing so unbelievably well. I mean, probably the highlight of the entire tournament so far was Relevant pulling off a 1v4 against Maiden in the first round of their second match. I believe I was on the cast for that, and it was just an unbelievable play. It's really good coming out. As far as bans coming out, I mean, it's Check 6, so I would have kind of expected Thatcher ban here on Oregon. That's honestly pretty strong. I'm not really sure what else we could be seeing here, though. Probably maybe a Heart Breacher ban, probably a Thermite coming out. There's the Thatcher. Yeah, it's just that people underrate the Thatcher ban on Oregon, and Oregon is not long for this world in terms of Oregon isn't long for this world in terms of competitive Rainbow Six, but at the same time, it's still worthwhile to know how to play it, and a Thatcher ban would be pretty good here. A Jackal ban, so we're going to have both shields in play. We'll see how each team decides to use them, but honestly, on Oregon, I can only really see the Blitz being ridiculously strong, and I like having the Jackal off the board. It's pretty difficult to roam effectively on Oregon anyways. We are seeing an Echo ban come out. That's just kind of par for the course, and I'd be shocked if we didn't see a Mira ban.
And honestly, the roaming game is so much more powerful on the bottom floor site. It's so much more important to roam on the middle floor. The Mira ban actually coming out. And because like when we saw Lion was so popular, we saw top floor take a primary site, be the primary site because it was so hard to roam during the Lion meta. But now that Lion isn't as strong anymore. And now that Jackal's taken out of play, downstairs is going to be very hard to deal with, especially with these roamers. I think maybe we're going to see maybe a Loki Serbian combo, maybe a Loki Yoshi combo. Really, with all these operators, any of them could be roaming. And then we have the Capital Thermite, Maverick and Twitch. So Maverick and Twitch are going to be, what does this stand for again? Odin's Finest, sorry.
Odin's
their
Finest,
best
yes.
shot at trying to get the mutes off. I'm surprised they're not also bringing a Cade and a 6-pick from a Valkyrie to a Vigil. What do you think is going to happen with this roam game?
With this roam game, it's tough to say because there is no Jackal on the board. But also, Odin's Finest is a team that excels in aggression. And from what I've seen of both of these teams, I know Odin's Finest is one of the teams that's kind of new to the collective. We've seen a lot of Check 6, obviously know a lot about them. But from what I've seen of them at least, they play really similarly. They really capitalize on your weaknesses very, very well and use a form of controlled aggression. Both teams are extremely good at snowballing picks. It can easily turn a 5v4 into a 4v2 and just completely take over a round based on one of your mistakes. Both teams obviously have really good gun skill. I mean, you don't get to the quarterfinals without being able to shoot your primary weapons, but that's not what gets them here. They both play very, very smart. And to see them on Oregon is, I don't want to say surprising, but I don't think it maximizes what both teams' strengths are, which is intelligent play.
Might be going with Check 6 taking a long time to set this up, but mostly because of two shotguns coming up from Jello and Nicolo. And yeah, Lesion's the only one on site right now. If Odin's Finest realizes this, they could very easily capitalize this. Lesion does get droned out right now. Looks like nobody's really able to flank that area right now, other maybe than Jello. I'm not sure where he's sitting. He's only sitting in attic, so it would take a little bit of rotation for him to get over there. He could very easily drop through meeting though, as there is a cam on his flank. Vigil and Loki playing upstairs. Nicolo barricading himself in the dining hall. And the first confrontation with the Ash. Shotgun's out. And there goes Sifix. That's the Ash down. Sifix?
Sifix.
We're gonna call him Sifix.
I think it's Sifix, yes. And a nice play by Nicolo. And this heavy roaming strat so far is really working out. And this is kind of how you have to play when you don't bring well, you do have the mute to take out that the main lobby hatch into the laundry, but when you can't defend the meeting room hatch as well, you kind of have to play really, really aggressive on them. And this might have been just what the doctor ordered, as Jello is going to take a frag onto that thermite, getting it down, but not out completely. Going to bait a couple more members up into that area. Ella will be taken out, though, and it does look like Odin's Finest have stopped the bleeding. They will get their thermite back up. That's a huge swing of momentum done.
Yeah, definitely. This Maverick trying to push dining area. Does he not see the mute? Mute doesn't see him either. Oh my, what a blunder that just happened right here. Looks like a couple players pushing into meeting. Looks like the Apto and the Thermite have made their way inside, reopening us from the hatches, and that's all the exothermic charges down right now. Captel maybe getting into a gunfight right here, and it looks like there might be 3 players in the top floor right now. Yes, indeed. Loki sees the Captel, capitalizes on the kill. Loki with some more free fires. Players down in meeting might frag him out, though. Serving the lone player inside of sight. And we critiqued this a bit at the beginning, but it looks like it might be working. Ragnar trying to push onto the site here along with the Thermite. They are just going to try and ignore these players, as they're going to have Gligo try and hold their flank. Serbian gets one. That's the Thermite down. Maverick trying to refrag him, and the Twitch drops as well. They're going to be nobody holding their flank up top. 2 players in the second round. 10 seconds left. The mute steps up into the hallway and shotguns him, and Serbian gets the finisher. The 4 roaming strat works greatly for Gen 6. What do you think about that?
I was definitely skeptical of it at the beginning, but I think it worked out extremely well. Like, when you have 30 seconds and you still have 2 players in kids' dorms, that's definitely not, like, ideal, in my opinion. But, hey, you can't knock it if it works, right?
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And now they're going to kids' dorms dining hall. Looks like they're also bringing Castle out this time, so switching it up a little bit. Odin's Finest now going to be bringing a gridlock to try and hold some of those rotations. That could be very interesting. Maybe go from big window and throw some out, or maybe go into master and throw some out onto the main stairs rotations and the hallway rotation.
Gridlock is an operator that I feel like got underrated by the competitive kind of community in Rainbow Six when she first dropped, specifically because she's a 3 armor 1 speed. Now, I know the meta is 3 speeds, but with the changes to, the slight changes to quick peeking and the kind of nerfs that happened there, I feel like you kind of need an operator like a Gridlock on these upstairs sites, especially when they have big windows. Now, she can cut off so much rotation in that 4-9 with 60 rounds, a quick reload, and the frankly broken scope on it with almost no recoil. It's hard to say that that's not a really, really strong operator, especially with the ability to bring I like Gridlock. I've liked her for a long time. I think she's going to be a huge part of the meta moving forward as more people figure out how strong she is, especially on these pushes. She's kind of like a proto Blackbeard without the broken anti-headshot mechanic, but plus a much better gun.
Ready.
Yeah, Gridlock, very good operator. I think something Rainbow didn't realize when they put these trap operators into the game, how much it would affect the roaming game, and I think that's what Odin is trying to do. They saw the 4 roamers off the site, and they're going to try and use these gridlocks to make sure that they can push the site without having to worry about the roamers. Looks like only maybe 2 roamers at the most right now. Serbian not even really roaming. Trying to get some shots on the Capital. Maybe gets a bullet into Thermite at the most. Holding the angle into the hallway, and Raven trying to preserve his life right now. Niccolo will get the first kill onto the sledge with the SMG-11. I wonder where he got that kill. Looks like he was just peeking out the window. Looks like the player is proning under the window. Not sure what he's trying to do. It looks like Lego is going to try and help him destroy those gridlock mines. Oh, there's a Jaeger on the stairs that doesn't see the Twitch, and that is the Jaeger down.
It does look like they're going to land some. They're going to land some shots onto Serbian too. Yeah, and Serbian on the Legion. That's a traditional operator pick for him. We obviously seen check sets a lot, and we've seen a lot of Serbian on this operator. It is so hard to dig him out of a location when he gets set in there. It's like a tick, dude, and I don't mean that in like a bad way at all. I mean that in like, you have to deal with this before he butchers your entire team. Like that. He's just gonna take that. He's gonna take that Thermite off the board. That's a massive, massive pick. That's all of your hard breaching gone.
And we saw this spot in the finals of the season 1. Capital Bolt's not going to do much against him. It does trap him in this little area though. Looks like the gridlocks and everything's just going to go out to try and trap Serbian in there. But they haven't killed him yet, and now that I say that, the final bullet goes into him.
But he wasted 2 minutes. They wasted 2 minutes. They wasted 2 minutes trying to dig him out of armory, and like,
and they're
don't want
down.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like, Serbian definitely took the win in that fight, but we still have a Capital and a Gridlock and a Twitch on board. Honestly, those 3 primary weapons at a 3v3, and there goes Jello with the nice C4. But you still definitely have a chance in this round.
Yeah, Caligo might be going to highway window. Gonna breach charge that. The shotgun player's right next to him, but the shotgun of the mute. Here's the breach charge. Multiple pings going out. Recharge goes off, but the Twitch is rotated away. I'm not sure where she is going to be going now. Cam spotting. Not sure the Cam. Odin's Finest making a little bit of a split push right here. And Niccolo gets a shotgun kill. The last one, the Twitch, at the highway window. If she tries to hop in, she's going to be going right into a C4 and multiple shotguns. Niccolo gets the final kill. Niccolo dropping 5 frags. No deaths so far. Great rounds from him so far.
Now, let's be honest about how this ban system worked out and what Odin's Finest is going to need to do to get back into it. You have an Echo band and a Mirror band. That's standard. Bog standard across all maps. Those are really good defensive bans. On offense, you have a Thatcher and a Jackal band. Arguably, 2 of the top 5 operators over there. Thatcher being one of the most essential on this map specifically for his ability to destroy equipment through walls. That is a big operator to have off the board on attack on Oregon. So even though Odin's Finest is down 0-2, and it hasn't necessarily looked incredible for them at times, they're 100% not out of this one yet. They still can have a really, really strong defensive side. And honestly, if they take this to a 2-4, I think or even a 3-3 split, I think they're going to be in great position on their defensive round to maybe take home a win here. But once again, they just got to find out where Serbian is, and they got to just dig that sucker out.
Yeah, I agree that the attacker bans are definitely not favoring them, and I think a 2-4 split would be nice. But let's think about it this way. How did Czech 6 win those last 2 rounds? The first round, the roamers. Spectacular play from all 4 roamers playing upstairs, wasting so much time. The Jackal could help with that. That's where the Jackal ban comes into play, but the Thatcher ban hasn't come into play yet. For the attackers, Legion outplayed them so much in the last round that they couldn't do anything. The Thermite got killed by Legion, and I think one other player also did too. The Thatcher ban hasn't impacted them as much. I think if they have the Jackal, they might win round 1, but there are no way they are winning Kid Storms against this powerful setup from Czech 6.
I do want to highlight.
I
do want to highlight that Odin's has elected to bring the IQ, and Czech 6 has brought the Valkyrie every single round. I think that's a good switch, and I think that's part of what they need to do to get back in this one, as it does seem like the intel and drone denial from the Valk-Mute combo is just kind of killing them, and it's forcing them to, you know, jump into that part of Oregon that we know so well, which is essentially 2 guys with, you know, bars of soap and tube socks just beating the crap out of each other. It's less of a heavyweight boxing competition because that implies, like, that there's tactics going on, but if Czech 6 can keep on forcing them into this just straight gunfight, that will advantage the defenders every single time. But bringing the IQ to help take out some of that intel that Czech 6 is bringing, I think that is the thing that's going to get this back into, like, what we would consider, like, more traditional Rainbow Six. And not that it's a bad thing for Czech 6 to do this. That's a very smart strategical play to make the game, to kind of slow the game down and get it in their favor on the defensive side.
Yeah, the IQ is a very smart pick, like you said, and not only with the Valkyrie, though, with the Mute and the Legion. And Raven's planting the diffuser right now. Blast trying to cover, and the C4 is wasting flash racing bullets. Relevant, I think, forgetting that if he stands still, he'll actually be able to see through the smoke.
He's just peeking.
Through the smoke. Some shotgun shots going off. Another C4 is going to get ripped. The Thermite gets away with his life, and so does the Glass. Bomb down, 4v4 situation. Ragnar gets one. There's actually one player on the diffuser right now, I believe. That is the Valkyrie. She's on top of it. The Glass peeks are irrelevant with a great shot. The Legion's also down. He gets finished by Caligo. Now it's a 1v4 for Nicolo. He's been so great. He's 5-0 right now with 1 assist. The player holding this window. Will he be able to find the angle? Get some shots into it. Looks like that is the IQ. Might try and go for the run out here. He's going to go out for a different run out, however. That run out is being watched, however, by Relevant. And a great round by Odin's finest.
Definitely. That's what they needed to get back into it. They cleared out that bottom floor. They countered the roam play essentially by just ignoring it. And that's a pretty common strategy on Oregon. You don't need to clear out the entire map to have a good plan. And on that tower, you really just need to make sure that no one's going to run out on you from kitchen, run out on you from the top highway window or garage. Once you have that locked down, you can push in and clear people out and go for the plant. They can't see for you through the floor. The hard floor. But again, great job by Odin's finest to bring it back.
Yeah, and I think what happened there for Czech is that they might have gotten a little too reliant on those Legion mines placed at the door, and maybe the Mute Jammers. IQ being a great pick again for that site. Looks like the Blitz coming out, combined with the IQ to find all those goo mines and to find the Mozzies. Drones ahead of this Blitz, and Czech is in for a real trouble, and especially those roamers. I'm surprised there's no Maverick coming out because the side push is going to be quite hard with the Mute and not being able to open the main hatch if they want to go from that way, however. Last time when they tried to salvage the round, they did go from the backside, so they might have to try and go for that again. What do you think about that?
I think they could definitely rush down through tower. I think that's a distinct possibility. I mean, honestly, if I was them with this operator setup, that's what I'd be doing. Just having the Capital follow right behind the Blitz, with a couple people on drones, a little bit of clear out for them. Now, they're not going to be able to get much droning done. You feet on the board. Just tough scenes. Not a lot of intel going to be utilized for the attack on this round. But I don't know. This might be a solid push, but we'll have to see how Jello plays in this T3 as he can deny so much of that back push with Mozzie. I mean, Mozzie's such a strong operator. Got that really good assault rifle, sick reload animation, and a C4. 3-assault shotgun as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Czech Six has 2 players on site this time. Changing it up a little this time, Niccolo creating some footholes. Looks like he hasn't have a jammer down, and the C4 is gonna miss. Oh no, what a dilemma from Niccolo. Very unfortunate right there, and it looks like there's gonna be a blitz. Like a lot of blitz. Gonna be pushing Niccolo and Serb in this position. Looks like the other attackers are holding the flank for their teammates. Very good coordination right now. Looks like there's a player. Looks like that is... I was going to say Valkyrie from the shape of the body, but now I'm questioning that. Loki has rotated back to site, though. And it is Jello playing in that tower, and Yoshi playing inside of kitchen looking into meetings. So they have those attackers trapped, and they know where all 5 of them are right now. Loki looking for some pop shots. Niccolo in a very interesting position. That's pretty neat. Have you ever seen that before?
I can't say that I have, but I mean, there's no reason why it couldn't work. And I mean, I agree. Odin's Finest are in a very strong position in this map based on the intel they've been able to gather. They've already forced roamers back to the site, you know, with 2 minutes left. That's a huge win for the attackers, especially on Odin.
And the only thing I can see here is Niccolo gets the first kill onto the Zofia. I wonder where that was. Probably pushing the site from the main stairs, actually. Thermite's putting down his breaching charge, but he's going to get stopped by a mute jammer. I'm not sure why they chose to rotate to this main side. Player inside of Classroom right now. Raven will actually get the kill onto the mute. Nice flick shot from Raven, as they're not going to be able to get this exothermic charge off for a while. Yeah, the player is on the bomb, and that is Serbian taking Relevant out. 53 seconds left, and they have not destroyed the mute jammer that's not allowing the exothermic charge off. And sees the Legion, tries to go for the quick fire. Jaeger Loki with a great and smart push. They just have to make sure these players don't get off. There's Loki with another great push. Smart onto the Ragnar. That is Ragnar dead. It looks like all 4 players back onto the site now. Yoshi very aggressively. Might be pushing up main stairs. Sees the Vigil. Sees the Jaeger as well, and not any.
And it's solid, just a good rotation for Czech Six. They saw it's kind of what we talked about in that pregame, where we're talking about they receive aggression and work around it so well. And once they got a couple of those kills on the board, they're able to just snowball it and win the round. Even though Odin's Finest was in a very, very good position. Well played from Czech Six to get their players back in the position that they needed to be to win the round. Just unbelievably strong play coming out from both teams. This is a solid match so far. Even though that round definitely ended up a little bit lopsided in Czech Six's favor, every single round has been high drama so far. And so far, it's been essentially what we predicted. I think we're still going to see a 2-4 split here, and I don't think that's going to be the end of the world for Odin's Finest.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Looks like Shell's going to be 6-picking off the Valkyrie maybe for the first time to the Mozzie. And Ragnar going to be switching from the Blackbeard to the IQ. Kid Storm's Dining Hall. Will we see Serbian cause as much trouble as he did the first time? I'm not sure. They're going to be bringing the IQ to try and find some of those goo needles to make it definitely easier for them. But they've got to take out this team very swiftly. If I'm Odin's Finest, personally, what I'm doing in this situation, I'm bringing it back. I start breaking up through the floor, but when I don't see the Legion, I know he's in some corner, and throw the nomads on that door and try and grenade trip him. That's personally what I'm gonna try. I would try and do to kill Serbian from here.
Definitely. I think maybe bringing the Capital might have been the answer. I'm just kind of a fan of Capital on every single site. I think he's really strong in the meta right now. I think he's just a really useful operator in general. I think he has a lot of utility he can bring. And once again, I mean, light machine guns are so absolutely strong right now. But then again, Odin's Finest isn't me. There's a reason why Odin's Finest is here. I'm not. So we'll see what they can, we'll see what they bring to the table. Because at this level, people don't go into things without a plan. And I think you're correct that they're going to attempt to nomad him out of there. Maybe I see if they can get a nifty little nomad trick, maybe from outside of Armory and kind of throw him into the hall. We'll see how it goes down, but so far they've been playing really strong. And the Ash charges can do it too.
Yeah, we've seen it in Pro League. We've seen someone actually get a kill with it directly through the floor when the player's 100 HP. I believe it is the Legion playing in there still. Yep, Serbian is playing in there. They're already starting the trap on him. They know he's in there. Thermite's holding the angle with the ACOG. Serb, I would not contest this if I were you, my friends. You are not going to be able to win that gunfight against the ACOG. But I know Serb, he's going to take the Ash charge going through the floor. But oh my Serbian, how do you do it? IQ shooting through the floor. The Ash charge connected right on him, and that's good communication, but Serbian, the aim too good for the Ash. Civics having a rough game here. 0-5. Thermite holding the angle. Will he
I think he got caught in.
Will he go for
did he get caught in the animation? Did he get? I think he after he
in
shot
like the
that
switching animation.
I think he got caught. He might have. He might have got caught in the switching animation. But either way, what a huge victory for Serbia. Jeez, and he's just impossible to dig out of there again. Man, like a tick. Like, it's so hard to just peel him out of anywhere he gets. And again, that sounds insulting. Don't mean it that way at all.
There's no mute jammer on this wall, actually. That's quite surprising. A Twitch jammer might have taken it out, but that is the wall open. Legion still playing here. Serbian, what a nuisance. It's like Odin's Finest is like a dog right now with that tick on their back. And there's just nothing they can do. Jello might get a double if they go right here. He could easily push up on this Nomad. Nomad might have a charge on her own like that. He's gonna peek it. Knows where Jello is. And that is the down onto the Nomad. That's a 4v3 in favor of Check 6 on this site that they are so strong on. The wall being opened. Thermite playing outside of that wall. And actually the Mozzie controlling the drone. Oh, Mozzie, if he gets this kill. Oh, so close to killing the Thermite. Amount of damage it looks like. Is Legion still there? No, he goes for the jump out. Gets punished for it, but Nicolo gets one in return. But 19 seconds. 2v3. Not much they can do here. Ragnar and Lego. 2 goo mines, and this is where the IQ would have been very handy. Was there, but didn't take out the goo needles. Oh, mute. What a reactionary shot. Twitch. Not much you can do here. It's Nicolo. What a beast with the shotgun. Just the 4th round on the board for Check 6.
And this is a team game. Nothing happens without the entire team coming together and doing something. But right now, Nicolo and Serbian are playing incredibly well, and I don't think that's a debatable concept. Like, obviously, everyone on Check 6 is playing well, and Odin's Finest are giving them a run for their money, but Serbian and Nicolo are just a step above. Nicolo just kind of roaming with the M590, popping heads, putting people down, and then Serbian just kind of standing up there and saying, I'm right here, come and kill me. He is an absolute problem for this offense right now.
Very much so. The Lion almost coming out, but he's going to get 6 picked off to the glass. Do you think we're going to see the same exact strat here out of rear stage watchtower with just the smoke plant with the glass, Zofia, and I don't know. I think I would have liked to see this the Lion coming out for the plant down. Maybe see someone else like the Maverick switch off to the glass. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know. At this point, I don't want to critique their operator choice. I feel like they're doing everything like correctly in terms of like operator choice. I just think that they're just not winning their gunfights sometimes. I think they're unable to dig those kind of shallow roamers or shallow anchors out of key positions. And I think Odin's Finest did a very, very good job of that on their last tower attack, which was round 3. They ended up winning that very, very convincingly. Now, if they can do that again, that is going to be the round in their favor. No questions asked. That's how it was last time. They got the plant down in a 5v4 situation, were able to just take frags all the way to the end. It's not going to be easy against a team like Check 6, but it's definitely doable. I mean, they did it last time.
very sneaky spot for some bullet holes from Yoshi. Not as obvious as a punch hole, but a very good angle. Looks like Joe is making a rotate hole for himself. I'm not sure what he's going to do with this reinforcement. He's gone back to it a couple times and never quite finished the job. I don't know what he's going to attempt to do with that. Loki,
Loki's
check
six.
Someone
Nice,
flipped that.
Loki. Thanks, Loki.
I got you, Loki. Oh, smiley face? Ah, we love to see it.
We do have some trades. We have seen some damage go down onto the Zofia of Odin's Finest. Relevant taking a little bit of damage is on the drone right now, and the Twitch will go down, and it's just not looking good for Odin's Finest, as we might be seeing the first evidence of a little bit of tilt coming out here. And when you lose an operator in a competitive match 2 minutes into the match, I think you're just pressing a little bit too hard, or you made a pretty big mistake. And that's not normally something that Odin's Finest does, based on how I've seen them play. So maybe a little bit of tilt coming out. And this isn't the last match, though. This is the best of 3. It's a long day. They've got to be able to recalibrate and get back into it, because this is still 100% winnable.
Yeah, looks like they might be setting up for the plant here. These are players over here too, but Nicolo takes out Sifix. That's a Thermite who, fortunately for them, did not have the diffuser. Looks like the plant will be going down soon. Glaz looking through the smoke. Not seeing much right now. I was looking in the meeting hall, still doesn't see anything. Smoke used and the plant not going down. The second smoke grenade used and no plant that's gone down. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe some miscommunication, or just Maverick doesn't want to plant in this situation. Maybe they want to go for some picks first. But Loki's the one going to be getting the picks, however, as that's just how the cookies crumble for Check 6 and Loki when he's so good with that 4.116 carbine. 1v5 situation, more relevant OF, Zofia, Nicolo, too good with the shotgun. 5-1 split for Check 6. Odin's Finest have a little hole to call themselves out.
Definitely. Look at Nicolo on that stat line, 11, 2, and 2. And I think he had 10 kills with the shotgun, just pushing into and getting in people's faces. And Odin's Finest can still turn this around. We've seen them play extremely strongly there. It's a really, really good team, but man, they're going to have to get something done. And once again, the bans did not favor them on the attacking round. No Jackal to take out the strong roam game at Check 6, which has been one of their trademarks. No Thatcher to be able to help hard breach things easy. I don't think they got any hatches open. There was none that we saw on the broadcast throughout the entire.
In the first round.
Okay, they got two. They got 2 in the first round, but beyond that, like. What did they breach? They breached in their round win on tower very, very quickly, and they breached in their blitz rush on basement, but that's 4. That's 4 total.
They breached kids dorms wall.
They did. Okay, so they breached more than I recall, but maybe not as quick as they would have if they had a Thatcher. That's really, really.
Yeah, it looks like Relevant bringing the alibi. Maybe you think a comfort pick? Also not bringing the Keratos. Comfort pick?
Who knows? And it is relevant. We have seen him 1v4. Once again, one of the things I would consider the highlight of the tournament so far was Relevant's 1v4 on Coastline on the blue bar. But I'm not really sure. The Keratos would indicate a comfort pick, but also Relevant can just frag out. And maybe that's the position they're putting him in, saying, hey, pick whatever you're comfortable on, go kill things.
Yeah, and also one other thing, looks like Sphinx. Ash Jaeger, man, not having the best day. Chilling at the bottom of the leaderboard over there. Relevant gonna be roaming, it looks like that Keratos. It looks like also they've chosen to go top floor. I didn't even acknowledge that. It looks like X6 gonna be going with 3 hard breachers, including the Maverick and the Twitch and Ash. They want to make sure they breach everything possible. Loki seeing the Prisma. I don't think he realizes that's Prisma.
I think he knows. I just don't think he wants to give his. I don't think he wants to give his position away. I think he wants to bait out a little bit and push in through there. So we do see a frag go down. That is the alibi Relevant off the board. Just, it's not looking good for him, to say the least.
Yeah, I think they had the communication on where the alibi actually was, and just Loki didn't shoot a prism, and because of that, looks like they're going from the ground up on this take. Niccolo gonna be pushing into this tower area. Yoshi and the Thermite gonna be pushing the main wall side. Raven might be attempting to banish trick, but he might get fooled by the Maverick here. Maverick just looks like to be holding the rotation of the Legion. Let's see what goes down. Jello leaving the diffuser for and Jello's gonna push armory area possibly? I'm not sure. Maybe going to tower actually, as Loki gets another one. Sorry, his first of the round actually. That's the alibi down. That's fixed. Or sorry, the Jaeger down. Oh my, I'm a blunder today. That's the Jaeger down. It's fixed. Still not having the best days. Loki gonna be pushing up these white stairs, looking for any green lines. Opting not to shoot the drone, so he doesn't give his position away. There's only 3 defenders left. Into the barbed wire. His position given away, but somehow he still wins the gunfight. Loki, you madman. He gets traded out by the Bandit, however. Now it's a 2v4 for Bandit, Raven, and Ragnar on the Legion. Somebody popping through the big window. The wallbang's coming out, but Serbian wins the gunfight. Not sure how he does it. Ragnar playing on white stairs. Gets one onto Serbian. From multiple angles. Now they all know where he is. They can all hear him. They hear the Goomites going out. There's a lot of Goomites coming out. With him right now. Oh, he gets a double kill. Last one's the Havana. She's behind him. Ragnar. Can he do it?
My God. What is happening?
But Serbian with the clutch. I think Serbian was behind him the whole time.
What an absolute, first off, let's highlight, what a shot by Ragnar. What a play to try and bring his team that much closer. An excellent effort, but Serbian he had the bearing 9. He had the bearing 9, and you have
the better
pistol.
weapon.
Yep, you have a better secondary weapon.
It's like laundry basement, gonna be the site of choice for Odin's finest. Not losing their first round, as they chose to go Kid Storms. Gonna be bringing the Mute and the Kaid for a lot of denial. No Maestro, and Jix is gonna be bringing the Maverick Cabana and the Doki this time instead of the Thermite. What do you think about no Thermite?
I think it's fine for a laundry supply push, especially the Kaid on the board. I don't think you're going to get much hard breaching done with all of these operators here, especially with the Mute and Kaid. I think it's going to be a long shot if it does happen. So I think Hibana might be a little bit of a comfort pick. I don't really know how Serbian plays, but their traditional hard breacher is... I don't think Serbian plays their hard breach traditionally, so might be a bit of a comfort pick.
It is.
We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
And also, one thing that you have to think about, that pretty much solidifies that they're going to go from the front side. They're going to go from the main lobby side and go down the main stairs and open up the hatch, because you can't really do much pushing the back side with the Shabana pirates and Maverick holes. You really need a Thermite for that. So that pretty much solidifies to OF that they're going to push the main stair side. They could try and set up around that, but I don't know if they're thinking that deep into their operator selections.
I mean, they may not be, and they may be. Who knows? I think the Kaid and Mute is especially strong on this site, and I think it's the right choice to bring them. You can deny so much of the hatches, and Check 6 may have just been seeing that and saying, okay, we're not going to get much breaching done. Let's not go with our hard breaching style and bring a bunch of comfort pick operators. Who knows? We won't know until we talk to the team after and we figure out what happened. What we do know is that Jello bringing the Doki is something that we have not seen in this match so far, and may indicate a lot of early aggression, especially pushing down those backstairs. I think you're 100% right.
Pushing from the main stair side. It doesn't look like... I wonder if anyone's roaming, actually. Yeah, Relevant is roaming. Sphick's not, though, however. He is AFK for a bit, it looks like, so he didn't get a bit of a chance to roam at all. It's like they're just going to be droning out any potential roamers. You know the Vigil is playing inside of the big tower. I don't think they've droned him out yet, however. And a minute gone in the first round.
And this Vigil is going to be in such a good position to make some plays on these back stairs. And it does look like there will be a pick going down. That's the Ashe off the board. Loki has been felled. That's a pretty solid pick to come out this early. That's your entry fragger gone off the board for check 6. But Jello will immediately refrag. It does look like Relevant's going to put some shots onto the player repelling onto Kid's window. A little bit of damage done, but not enough to take home the kill. So far, Odin's Finest hanging in there tough this round.
Yeah, and the Jello, Serbian, they're kind of spread out right now also. Yoshi's pushing from main stairs. Jello's taking top stairs control. And Serbian is left taking top stairs control. Looks like a breach charge actually. Maybe to hold the rotations. That is a very tight angle. Doesn't look like he has any shock drones. And the camera's now hacked for the attackers. Those players who are dead, the Maverick and the Ashe, can now look for cams. They don't have any extra ones set up, however. It looks like all the remaining defenders are in the site. Even Relevant on the Vigil has rotated downstairs, and only a minute left. They did breach something, however. It looks like that was only with the breach charge. They still haven't gotten the main hatch. Okabe is attempting to make that happen, but Sphinx finally gets his first kill. Good job, my guy.
You gotta kill earlier. He's not a 2. He's on a 2K this round.
Okay.
Yes, you got it.
She's still gonna try and push these main stairs. Looks like the kite was over there, but he looks like he backs away now. And he charges the Jaeger, still holding the angle. Oh, Yoshi!
Oh, he's bringing it all the way back. And there's the F2. The almighty, all-powerful fire rate of that gun. It's so hard to kill. It will go down eventually, though. Two-gun situation with Serbian dropping in the back. Odin's Finest will take the round, but a nice shot from Yoshi.
That was a sneaky play. They never did drown him out, and eventually found his way back to the small tower stairs to flank the Habana. Second round on the board for Odin's Finest. Do you think they can make a comeback here?
I mean, it's going to be tough. You can only mess up once. There's not a lot of room for error here for Odin's Finest. And if they had 2 rounds to play with, if they had at least made their defense a 2-4 split, I could see it. I'm having trouble seeing them taking the overall map win. But with how they played that last round, which was infinitely more carefully than they played their first defensive round, I could see them peeling a couple more rounds off it. A win is still far on the horizon.
Jello gonna be switching from the Buck to the Lion. One of the early times we're gonna see Lion in the Summer Cup play. I haven't seen him much in the least games I've watched and casted. Have you seen him much?
I've actually seen him quite a few times. He, since his nerf, he's become more popular, and even though he's nerfed, let's be very, very honest. He is still a strong operator with what he does, and what he does is something that a lot of people think shouldn't be in the game. You shouldn't be able to hit one button and have such a massive effect on the round. And he'll always be strong because of that. We're never going to enter into a situation where Lion is like, he's going to be perfectly okay for everyone. There are always going to be people that hate him. There are always going to be people that dislike him for that specific reason. You can agree with it or not, but that's the reason. And it's hard for me to disagree with that. And I don't know how I feel about Lion yet. I'm going to need to see a lot more of him. But seeing as how oppressive as he was when he was super broken, I'm always going to be skeptical of him. But if he's available, why not bring him? This isn't called, it's not called Rainbow Nice Siege. Like, you're trying to win here. If you have a really strong operator on the board, why not use him? If there's not a gentleman's agreement to not use him, if he ain't banned, go for it.
Yoshi gonna be doing some stuff. And Lion down, Ashe down. Odin's Finest, a great start to this round. And the Doc will heal those players back up. The Jaeger back at nearly 100 HP. Mutes might be too, but he's not gonna need the full doctor's treatment right here. Sophia outside the window. Nicola gets some shots into the mute and gets the finisher onto the doctor. So no more healing from any players now. 2 minutes left, and we're gonna have to see where these players go for it. Actually, something interesting. No more hard breaching left on the board for check 6, and no more that they brought with to begin with. I think that they're gonna try and go through main window and possibly kids. What do you think about that?
I think that's the only play they have left here. Um, they're in such a tight situation right here, down 2 players, especially down the line, no scans down. The Blackbeard is still alive on the main window, or the big window, but it's not looking good. And Odin's Finest seem to have woken up. They're making very, very smart decisions. They are roaming where Check 6 is. They seem to have figured out kind of the pace that Check 6 are playing at and are pushing through, and equally, they're gunning very strong now. And they seem to be making much smarter decisions, I would say. I think they're in a really good position. I still think they're kind of in the backseat when it comes to actually like taking this game. It's a massive hill to climb, but it's not a Sisyphean effort anymore. There is a chance.
Yeah, and Ragnar with shots like that, there definitely is a chance. It's a 2v4 for Yoshi and Niccolo. For Zofia and the Blackbeard. Only 40 seconds left. It looks like there might be a player hiding inside a Master. No, that's just the perspective. Raven is actually inside of the site right now. Ragnar hopping out a window downstairs into classroom. Only 30 seconds left. Blackbeard at the main window. Zofia inside of the master bedroom right now. Let's look what Yoshi can do. If he tries to hop in, the mute will be able to shred him through here. They can shoot through that, my friend. He knows he's there. The Blackbeard. The Vigil peeks out wide, and Yoshi punishes him. Mute might try and do the same. C4 will go out. Goodbye, my friend. Oh no, but Niccolo catches him. Raven and Relevant though get the final kills.
A very solid effort from Odin's Finest, who are making the best out of a tough situation. It's not easy to come back from a deficit like this, but they're definitely pulling together and playing smarter. It may have been some tilts coming out earlier, but now we're all settled down. They're into the game, they've slowed it down, and now they need to play mistake-free Rainbow Six Siege. If they can do that, they can take this home. The attack side favors them. The bans and how this map works, how Oregon fundamentally works, will favor them, especially, actually, never mind, I flipped that. It's going to be a massive, oh no, they're on defense. I am just losing my absolute mind. They are on defense. The bans are going to favor them. They're in the driver's seat here. If they play mistake-free, they can mount this comeback. But that's the key. They have to play mistake-free.
Yes, and this is going to be an interesting round. The Thatcher van really coming into play here, as it's going to be hard to open that wall, and especially if there's a deployable shield on the team from Odin's Finest. No deployable shield coming out to block that, but that might be where the clash comes in, actually. Capital to counter that, the game of Rainbow Six, a complicated one, and it goes back and forth. Very, very interesting. The clash might be blocking the door for the Mute Jammer to be safe, but it's going to be very complex to see this round and how it plays out. The castle barricades going to do a great number on the attackers. They have the sledge into Zofia to take them down, but it's going to be tough for the attackers and the defenders to take this. What do you think's taking this round, actually?
I honestly like Odin's Finest setup right now. I think that the Castle Clash combo is very, very good, and honestly, the fundamental strength of shields in this game is that you need so much utility to take them out. They sap just about everything that you have in order to take them down. And you need to deal with them because they're constantly in your face. Now, if that clash can soak up all of that utility, the defense will win this round very, very easily. But it's going to need to soak up a lot. And on the other side, we do have a Montang coming out, so it's a shield-on-shield match. So both sides could end up using all of their utility on the shields.
Yeah, and the thing I think here is the way it's going to work is they're going to be able to use the utility on the clash. And is there a mute jammer on this wall? I really hope there is, for the defender's sake. And it looks like there is, considering the it's not been opened up yet. This clash is going to be able to freely rotate and get a lot of information, a bit of damage onto the Montang as well. Looks like the wall has been opened up, so no mute jammer on it at all. Grenade goes out, gets a bit of damage onto Sphinx. If the Capital was looking at the right time, that could have netted him a kill, and Check 6 in a great position to take this round right now, as they still have all the utility from the Capital, and still both concussions from Legion. I don't understand that pick personally. Really with a big ego challenge right there. Yoshi watching the hallway and a very coordinated attack coming out from Check 6. A fireball could end Capito's life very swiftly. He's peeking very wide, and honestly at this point it could just be his guns that takes him out. Looks like he might be firebolting the door, however, at this moment. And he actually gets the Capito. Gonna use both for the clash. Sorry. Gets the touch around 20 HP. The Capito. Oh, quite unfortunate timing. Gets peeked by the castle. Round. The clash gets finished off by Niccolo. It's a 4v4 situation with 40 seconds left. Relevant gets another one. Castle put at very low HP. Mike's gonna have to try and go for a plant soon. Yoshi kills Relevant. Now it's a 3v3 with 30 seconds to go. Yoshi into the site. Montang trying to block her, but Raven gets the kill. Now it's a 2v3. Sledge trying to cover him. Legion is down. It's a glorified 2v2 at this moment. One peek in the hallway, and that's Caligo taking him out. Loki now in a 1v1, but Caligo wins the round for Odin's Finest. A great round from them to retake the site.
Let's say it. Let's say the C word. Let's say the comeback word. It is now 100% visible. It's like driving through a tunnel. At the very beginning, it's so dark, and they're not at that space where they can see the light at the end, but it's a glimmer in the distance now. They are far, far closer than they were, obviously, because they're winning rounds now. But this just seemed to be right what the doctor ordered. They are been so strong on this Oregon defense, and we talked about it. So we talked about it in the pregame. The bans favor the defensive side. That Thatcher and Jackal being gone are always going to be. I mean, your defense is going to be a lot stronger, especially in holding those reinforced walls. Now, heading back to this laundry supply, don't know how it's going to go, as we might be seeing a little bit of frustration coming out from Check 6. We talked about the frustration from Odin's Finest earlier when they had their 5-1 half on the attack. Maybe a little bit of frustration coming out over there. Could be affecting their play, as it is starting to look like Odin's Finest are completely back in this game.
Yeah, now they're gone from the offsites. They don't have to go to the offsites anymore for the rest of their main part on this game. They can go to the downstairs site where they had some success, and I'm not sure what Nicola's doing right there. It looks like he kind of just came up on it. Did they win top floor eventually? Yes, they did win one round of top floor, so they are 1-1 on the top floor. I believe they can really take this, and then it's going to come down to the next round. Raven taking a bit of damage, not sure where that's from.
I agree, and it's looking like right now, if Odin's Finest just play their game, play calm, play mistake-free, with the way the bans worked out, I think they're going to take this one in overtime.
Yeah, Ragnar on a bit of a roam. Personally, I like Legion more towards the site. I like using his goo mines to know where the attackers are pushing from on their final push. But Legion is a very good roamer. Don't get me wrong. He can really slow down the attack. And those goo mines can also help out him when he knows which way he's getting pushed from the attackers, if not every angle.
Definitely.
Also bringing the gridlock this time.
Again, like the gridlock pick. Already covered it. Don't need to go into it any further. Really, really strong operator. Really, really underrated, especially on a map like Oregon that has so many straightforward angles where you can only be peeked from a certain amount of locations. That big character model is not going to be that much of a factor. Now, it's going to be. I'm really struggling to see who is ahead right now in terms of positioning. As I believe that's Niccolo. I can't really see the Twitch. Regardless, does go down.
Yeah, it was Niccolo.
That's a big operator off the board. A little bit of chip damage on the Loki, on that Asher. A little bit of chip damage on the Kaid on Odin's Finest. So Odin's Finest has a kill lead early, and that's another operator down, less than a minute in.
Looks like there is the Jaeger playing inside of this attic. Maybe not the Jaeger, actually. Maybe it looks like, yeah, it is Ragnar the Legion. Is stuck in a rock and a hard place right now. Is he's just gonna run? Might have Relevant covering him. This is gonna be great teamwork if this works. Relevant, I'm telling him to pre-fire now. Except for that doesn't happen, and Yoshi catches him. Maybe a little bit of tilt coming after that gunfight.
Great patience
they
from
might
Yoshi.
not know that Relevance
Great
here,
patience.
though. That's the thing.
Yeah, great patience from Yoshi to wait for that to go down, to wait for Ragnar to peek, as he has been so devastating on these flanks on the roam game, playing Vigil, playing Elysian, playing just whatever he has.
Yeah, Relevance still on the road with Lego, and Spix playing inside of the site. Spix has put himself in such a good position to get a double kill. He chokes the first kill and chokes the second. Oh no, Spix. Relevant gets another one. It's a 2v3. This round is still very salvageable. Only 30 seconds left. The Mute playing inside the site does not have a C4 anymore, however. The Jaeger is going to have to play this amazingly. 27 seconds left. The Maverick with the Diffuser is going to have to try and go for the plant soon. Hits a goo mine. And there's a player flying on top of the stairs. Relevant gonna have to go for a flank soon. Lego, not much he can do with the player flying on hatch, holding his rotation of playing on stairs. Not much he can do, is he's probably gonna get killed from hatch. Maverick just quick peeking where he planted the bomb. Ash and the Captel holding the flank right now. Jaeger gonna be pushing this soon. He's actually choosing to go through dining hall. Did not see the Captel. He's gonna be pushing in. And the Ash takes him out. Caligo, now in a 1v3, gets one of the kills. Pushing up on the main stairs now. The Ash is pushing him. He tries the Ash. And that's the game. 7-4 from Check 6. They managed not to let the comeback happen from Odin's finest. And GG's, or good round, good half actually, as we would say, as we still have one, potentially 2 more games to go.
And props to Odin's finest for bringing out in a tough situation. If you just joined us, they were down 1-6 and brought 3 rounds in a row back. Not just 3 rounds in a row, 3 really, really solid rounds in a row. They are not out of this by far. But our predictions before the game were that this is going to go down to the 3rd map overtime, or it's going to be 2 7-4s. 2 7-4s still on the board, as we will be heading to Clubhouse with the next map. Oregon was Odin's finest pick. Clubhouse is Check 6's pick.
Yeah, Clubhouse, and it looks like Check 6 is defending first. So no need to switch anything around. We're just going to wait for everybody to ready up. Everybody, if you need to take a pee break, get some snacks, get some popcorn, be ready, because this is going to be one great game. Odin's finest is all readied up. Just waiting patiently now for both teams to be... Sorry, Check 6 really, just to ready up.
And let's break down what happened there a little bit. So that was obviously a defender-sided ban set with a Thatcher ban. Now, Check 6 just won their defensive side harder. And Odin's finest, if they pulled off the... I mean, we talked about it at the halftime. If they had pulled out the 2v4 or 3v3 split, I think they could have definitely taken that map. Stuff just didn't... The chips didn't fall in their favor. Now, Clubhouse is a completely different map because there's a lot more room to roam. There's a lot stronger roam play that you can have here. There's more angles to attack from. Hatches are much more easily breachable, especially if the Thatcher's banned. This is going to be a complete 180 and strategically, just because Clubhouse is a bigger map.
Yeah, just waiting for Serb to ready up. And Serbian has readied up. We're going to get started with map 2 on Clubhouse here.
We do, and a reminder of the score line. If you are just now joining us, it's Check 6 1-0 over Odin's finest right now with a 7-4 score on Oregon heading into Clubhouse. Now, ban phase in Clubhouse got to be pretty straightforward. I'm expecting to see a Maverick or a Thatcher ban somewhere, potentially a hard breacher ban, but more than likely a Jackal ban. One of those 3 going to happen. And there's the Jackal ban right off the bat. Nobody likes...
I thought it was no ban.
Nobody likes Jackal if you're a roamer. Nobody likes him. He's really tough to play against. He can be very, very annoying.
Yeah, especially on Clubhouse. With the updated Clubhouse, you really need the Jackal to clear the roamers on like a basement defense. Second, probably a Maverick. And yeah, it is a Maverick. Maverick very, very strong on Clubhouse. You can actually do all of the hard breaching normally done with the Maverick. You can open one wall up to crouch through. You can open up one hatch.
Maverick is absolutely. Like Maverick has turned this. He's turned this map upside down ever since his introduction.
Yes.
Just so devastating on the second floor.
So, like the first defender band coming out, and Echo. Not really any surprise. Maybe a Mira coming out here, although Mira's not used that much. Except for when we say that she is used.
I agree. I don't see Amira being used on Clubhouse all that often. I mean, might as well get her out of there anyways. I don't want to say a wasted ban because, I mean, I agree with a Mira ban most of the time. I mean, some people just don't want to play against Mira. I am one of those people. She's really annoying. She has a high fire rate SMG, which is barely any recoil if you compensate or vert grip it. Really, really tough to dig out of that anchoring position.
Yeah, it looks like the church arsenal room is going to be the first site. Doesn't look like much of a heavy... Nook coming?
No.
That's
not going to happen. Nope. That won't going to happen. That's a joke. It's a prank. It's a meme. We're having fun here. Haha.
It's Fix baiting us out. Raven going to be switching off from the Twitch to the Thatcher. And, maybe the Loki solo roaming. Do you think this could be a 5-on-site strat?
It could be, but I've also seen Loki do really, really devastating things to people on the solo Jackal roam on this map. One thing I do want to highlight again, the Kaid. Kaid is, I don't want to sound like I'm hyping the op up too much, but I really like Kaid. I really like how he plays. I really like his ability to hatch tonight. And honestly, I like that little shotgun DMR thing. The slugs are just so powerful, especially on Clubhouse basement, where you have a lot of those long angles to peek through. It does so much damage. It's a very, very good gun and a very, very good operator for this site.
Looks like final for 12 flush. Of course, actually an interesting measure cam on top of the boxing. That's really going to deny any push from blue in if the attackers do try and get a plant down by that area. And I'm guessing the second one's going to go, yep, on top of the motorcycle. Actually, that's an interesting spot. I would normally put it on the pirate flag to deny plants, but there it can be very easily sledged or just taken out by anything. So I don't have a slash, but sledge, sorry, but Odin's finest does have an Ash, not much of a...
The Thatcher,
oh, yeah,
the Thatcher could take it out. The Thatcher could take it out very, very easily. But also the other thing I really like out of this Check 6 defense early is the mute. It's going to be a lot of drone denial, and there are going to be a lot of really cheeky spots in this basement defense where they could play, where they can't be droned out. Now, Loki's going to be a little bit on an island here. It doesn't look like he's on the solo run. Will get a quick kill, though, onto that Ash Pacifics, who has just not had a great day. Just really unfortunate for him as he has struggled a little bit, but it's going to be really, really hard to take him out, especially with this 4-on-6 strategy. And a C4 kill. There's your heart breach gone off the board. That's your thermite. Now you're going to push down these hallways, and this defense is completely and totally favoring Check 6.
Yeah, minute 40 left, and not much that Odin's Finest is going to be able to do. Their main fragger, the Ash is down, the Thermite's down as well. They might be able to hold a bit of their flanks, but also, I don't know if they've realized, but I was trying to point it out, but dirt is soft. Or, sorry, dirt tunnel is soft. We're going to take that the wrong way. It's dirt is soft. Yes, it is quite soft. The dirt tunnel was left soft by the defenders.
It is physically soft, but Serbian is playing there, and there might be a little bit of a bait to try and get them to go down in there and then push into that T5 SMG and probably about 1 billion goo mines. Might be a little bit of a play, and they might have used those reinforcements elsewhere to help shore up the rest of their defense. Definitely a strategical play there, because honestly, if you're leaving dirt unreinforced, you either have a plan and really know what you're doing, or you really, really don't. And at this point in time, at this level of the Summer Cup, and especially in the collective, you know what you're doing on these defenses, especially Clubhouse. This is one of the most widely played maps in this league.
Yeah, and a 2v5 now for Relevant. You make it 3v onto the mute, and he does. So, player playing inside the tunnel. Looks like a tight angle. I'm gonna guess that's Serb. Yep. We all know Serb too well for playing the Legion, but he is deadly with the T5 SMG. Jello will get one of the final kills. Now it's just a 1v4 for Relevant. Gives away his position. 15 seconds left. Loki pushes in. Great round from Check 6. Thank you so much to F6 Damage with the tier 1 sub, and thank you to CryptyNX with the Twitch Prime sub.
And solid play.
Loki having a great round.
Yep, and this is the map that Loki really excels on. One of the first maps I saw Check 6 on. Their roam game is just so good, and Clubhouse gives you so many avenues to attack from on the roam, especially without the Jackal on the board. You really need to dig these roamers out if you're going to have a chance at attacking. We are heading to CCTV cache with our next attack or defense. Excuse me, my words are just all over the place. We are seeing Jello on the Bandit, really just a standard setup from Check 6 coming out here, and we are seeing Odin's Finest potentially bringing the Finka. So maybe a little bit of a Finka shotgun rush. We'll have to see how that turns out, as Finka on with that sausage is so good, especially when there's no smoke on the board. Now, smokes, gas canisters do more damage to players that are, they really do be like that. They do more damage to players that are Finka boosted, and that's kind of the hard counter to the Finka, but we're not seeing the smoke on the board. We're seeing Texas opting for the drone denial as opposed to the area denial brought by the smoke. Those SAS operators, though, pretty much a mainstay if you're going to have a defense on Clubhouse.
Yeah, Nicola's consistently the SAS player, if we want to put it that way, on defense. Always running that M59 and the SMG11. These maps, going with the mute, some maps I know, like Bordy likes to go with the smoke for that extra plant denial, but going with the mute on this one, maybe he's going to play on the stairs and try and hurl a C4 up or 2 through the floor. Hey, these Maestro cams are going inside of the site. Try and find them. Looks like one might be there. I'm not really able to tell. Maybe if we look at Joel, we'll be able to see if there's a Maestro cam there. Oh, he's got this particular show now. But 30 seconds left, or 30 seconds burn in the round. Lego and Raven, the Thermite and the Thatcher, the duo, the best buddies, just kind of sitting outside this wall, waiting to do some things. Zello is sitting right next to the wall. This is Bandit charge. Go for the trick. Doesn't look like he did put the camera twitch on. He's jealous. All kinds of spectator glitches right now going on.
There's a C4 on this man's gun.
He's holding a C4 while holding his They're trying to. There's so much utility going out. 3 Thatcher grenades. Two Capital bolts. Oh my, a flurry of kills. Fix gets one with his gun. Raven gets one on Nicolo trying to run out. And Jello gets one refrag, however, so now it's a 4v3. That's the Finka down. I do believe she used all of her Finka boosts, possibly. Relevant trying to get an angle onto this bandit here. 1:30 left in the round.
So much utility.
Cleared those bandits off this wall, though.
So much utility going out on that CCTV wall that there's really not going to be much for Odin's Finest to use to push in, even though they are at the operator advantage.
Yeah, they're really going to have to put some utility into taking out Jello, and they're going to be able to take him out if he doesn't stop challenging this angle.
I mean, but with a C4 on his gun, who would, he's got a C4 on his gun, he can challenge whatever.
Yeah. Looks like the Legion hops through garage, takes a couple bullets for him. Loki gets another one, even it up at a 3v3. That's the Thatcher down. He had already used most of his utility, excuse me. The bandit's still on that wall and haven't gotten him off for a long time. 10 seconds left. The flashbang goes back in Relevance. face. Ragnar is about to reach into Garage with 25 seconds left. They're going to have to go very fast for this push to work. Kaligo's going to go to the window. The Bandits holding that window, and a couple flashbangs, good flashbangs this time from the Captel, will blind him. They are not pushing in on this opportunity, however. Ragnar playing downstairs, runs into the Jaeger. Jaeger takes him out. Now it's a 2v3 for the Thermite and the Captel. Thermite hopping in. It's the Goo Mine, and Captel pushes in. Serbian takes him out. Now it's just a 1v3 for poor old Thermite. Planting in the smoke. The smoke will dissipate. And Loki with the knife takes him out in the second round for Check 6. Loki, Jello, and Serbian Grang doing a great job in that 3v5 to take it for their team.
Definitely. And this is what we talk about when we say that it is so important to keep that CCTV wall up and that utility is so important in Rainbow Six Siege. They're in a 3v5. A 3v5 due to some mistakes from Check 6. I mean, Niccolo running into a Claymore, another player taking a bullet to the head, but because Odin's Finest had already used all of their utility trying to get that CCTV wall open and couldn't, there were only a certain amount of only a select few places where they had to go. So they had to push through into those bottlenecks, and they just all got shot.
Yeah, one thing I'm curious is, how did Thatcher use all 3 of his EMPs?
I believe he put them all on the CCTV.
The Bandit?
I think so. I think
because
they all
Bandit
went down on the
still
CCTV
had 2
wall.
left.
I think he went down on the
And
CCTV
he got
wall.
2 with his first.
No idea.
He got 2 Bandit charges with his first.
The map one score
Blazer
was
6
is 7-4 in favor of Check 6.
7-4. We need a command for that. Are we seeing Bar Stockroom from Check 6? Bar Stockroom. I don't believe my eyes.
You know what?
This is gonna be interesting.
I do. I do believe my eyes. And now, this is a site that Check 6 play. This isn't a sign of disrespect. This isn't a misclick. This isn't some collective delusion. This isn't Lovecraftian madness that has fallen a great team. This is a site that they play. This is a site that they have planned for. This is a site that they win a significant amount of times. This is one of the things that they do. They like playing the site. They have a way to defend it, and they're gonna do it.
And after looking at the front phase, I believe it looks like they have this strat down. They know what they're doing. They've practiced in scrims, and it's worked. It looks like. I wonder where the defenders of Odin's Finest will try and push from, as it doesn't even look like they know actually where the site is. It looks like they might be setting up for a bedroom take, but now that I see the Blackberry go through this window, they definitely know where the site is. Like you shooting something now looks like it was actually just a door. They're just gonna try and go through this main door right into the B site. Actually, they see the Maestro cannon. They might try and Thatcher that to destroy it. That might have actually been what they used a couple Thatcher grenades on last round. Okay, when the Maestro getting to a gunfight. In a second, Niccolo using that FO12 wonderful shotgun that Ella has on her to try and pull down the B site. You're gonna be roaming upstairs. That is a Loki. Looks like a couple. Maybe another player roaming upstairs. Jello crossing his room inside to another. That drone getting so much intel for the defenders. He now knows there are at least 2 players outside. They have spotted that drone, however. So I could take him out. Jello might punish them here. Let's get a bit of damage onto the IQ. Maestro gonna be challenged as well. Minute 20, and they haven't gotten much done attacking this site, and Jello is always gonna be a pain in them, but Ragnar ends that pain for them. Getting around. He's playing a nice angle on this door. The drone has found him, however, and the drone stays alive, so it's gonna be tough. Down from a fall damage. That's quite unfortunate for her. It's revived, but now at 20 HP. Serbian getting detected outside and not seeing anyone. Very risky. 40 seconds
Definitely
now.
Definitely a risk. There's only 40 seconds left. Pacifics will get another frag. It's a 5v3 situation. It looks like it's all falling apart for Check 6. Every frag does go down. Niccolo with that FO12 is going to be really hard to dig out of that bar. Loki with another kill as well. But Ragnar will refrag, and now we're in a 3v1. It is just Serbian who has played so well today on this castle. Potentially pushing forward, the diffuser will go down. Ping's coming out, and you will see the player will take him down, but the diffuser does go down, and that's going to be Ragnar closing it out as the bar stock will go to Odin's finest.
Yeah, that's well played from Check 6, but that is how the cookies crumble on that site. It is quite hard to hold. They did a good job at holding it, though. Maybe they know something about Odin's finest when they attack the other top floor site, which is gym bedroom, that they are very good at attacking that or something. But we may never know. We don't know what's in Check 6's mind. So they go down to Church Arsenal now. Serbiana's classic Legion. Caligo, quick change to a Habana, and Sphinx gonna be on the Blackbeard again. No Thermite, however.
No Thermite, but that Hibana able to breach from range. That is a very, very big deal, especially seeing as how the C4 play was so strong for Check 6 in their first game, and even Niccolo getting one in the first round of this one. 6-pick from the Twitch onto the Gridlock. That's definitely interesting because Twitch is normally, you can normally use Twitch as your strongest operator to take out some of those Maestro cams.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna choose to do it with the Thatcher, which is very strong to take out those, but maybe that's not what they're concerned about. Maybe they just want to do the good old-fashioned way with Thatcher.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Still bringing the caps out. I like that they're bringing the caps out, and I think that Odin's finest are they feel like they're much stronger here. They're in a really good position right now. So going back onto this bar defense, they just need to be able to clear out Loki. If they can clear out the roamers, I think that they will be able to take home this game. They're able to do so in that bar stock eventually, and able to push in and eventually get the trades needed to win. But in the other rounds where they've lost, they've just not been able to dig out the roamers of Check 6.
Yeah, Loki might get an early pick here as he's getting grabbed, trying to rotate out of sight to go on his roam, which has been so deadly for the attackers. Loki gets the first kill. That's Sphinx down, that's the Blackbeard down. Sphinx has gotten a few more kills than last game, trying to redeem himself from his hardships from last game. But Loki will take him out first in this round. That's a Blackbeard. Really, they're fragging operator down.
And that's tough scenes when your Blackbeard goes down really early. That would be a very useful operator to hold down some of these long angles in the basement. But right now, I mean, can Odin's finest even get there is the question. It does look like that Hibana of Caligo is going to be able to breach this kitchen hatch, but how much good is it going to do him if they can't get anyone down in there, as Ragnar will take down Loki. So there's your roam going. Okay, now they're in a good position. Now they're in a very strong position to push forward, and this round can 100% be taken by the finals. The Kaid still is on the board. You still have the Maestro cams and the Mute. I believe that Nicholas still has that C4. Serbian with the impact trip is just gonna deny everything. Oh no, never mind. That hatch will go open anyways. A slight miscalculation on that impact. So that hatch will go open, and now Odin's finest are in a much more solid position than they were in a 4v4 situation. With all of that roam clear from Loki, who has done so much damage to their team this game, cleared out.
Device is going down.
Yeah, looks like Odin from this hatch. Stop some breaching charges going out. Some destruction to the players trying to play inside of this church room. Fireballs will go out in a second. Like a possible time going down. Yes, definitely. The smoke's going out. Firebolts coming out now. Those firebolts might team kill a little bit once they spread. Yes, Caligo's taking damage from those firebolts. He's now at very low HP.
but there's so much rotation
Now
denial.
have disappeared, but Ragnar will get a kill. That is the Maestro down. Lego gets the plant down. Lo gets killed by Serbian, the Legion playing inside of their tunnel. Ragnar will get another one. And just a flurry of kills as Odin's finest takes the round.
Solid round by Odin's finest. And we said it once, we've said it twice, we've said it a million times. If you can clear that roamer out and stop those late round flanks, and you have the hatch open, you're in a really, really good spot.
It was actually a 4K by Ragnar playing on those main stairs, such a power position, especially with the gridlock, being able to cut out off so many of the rotations. Really just to split the site in half from that position, especially if they don't have anyone playing inside of the main area, the main area inside of drawing a blank. Help me out here. Church. No, Arsenal.
Church. Or yes, Arsenal. But again, much better job of putting out the roamers from Odin's finest. Very, very good job. As we are going to head back up to CCTV Cache, and we still haven't seen Gym Bedroom once. But then again, Check6 playing bar stock so well. Not really too much of a surprise. 6-pick from the Hibana onto the Thermite. That is the smart play here, especially to get that CCTV or construction wall open, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and I hope that the attackers do a better job personally at really using their utility smart this time. Because I personally think the Thatcher, I don't know what he did with the Thatcher grenades. We can't say he wasted them. They might have taken out some Meister cans, but I really hope they saves them this time, so I can make sure they open up that CCTV wall. They do have a buck this time to try and grenade the player playing there, and there's actually no bandit on the board from Check6. I don't know if that's a mistake, or maybe they just want to go with the mute and then try and Kaid trick it.
It's gonna be difficult because Kaid tricking is far more different than bandit tricking because the Artillo Electro Claw takes so much longer to attach. So you're going to need a lot of information to be able to hold that wall. Maybe they're going to pre-mute jammer it, and then after. I don't really know. Maybe there are some other walls or some other angles, maybe from inside the garage, and maybe do a hard garage hold and try and peek people in, as they are leaving that divider wall between CCTV and garage soft.
Camera initiated.
Yeah, they don't have any. I don't know if the Kaid is running an ACOG or not. It doesn't look like he is, so if they did want to do that strat playing inside of garage, looking into the site, they don't have any ACOGs to do it. And normally you would put someone like a Doc or a Maestro there, but not possible with the lineup of Check6.
And this is going to be a very difficult play, as that we talked about it earlier. We're going to repeat it again. Until Electro Claw, a lot longer to put down than the Bandit Charge. Now, it's going to be really difficult for Yellow to keep them off that wall. That's why Bandit is so strong in the side. That's why he's most normally raw. It does look like he is not going to be able to get it, as once again that Thatcher will take it out, as it can be popping in the taunt.
He sees the head. He sees the head.
Fireball's coming out. He can't see it through the fire. I don't think he sees it through the fire. I think he just barely saw it. The firebolt animation just narrowly covering his head there. The fire has gone out. There are some smokes from the caps out. But this wall is open now, and Odin's finest are in such a better position than they were on their last attack. They still have the smoke. They still have all sorts of utility. They still have grenades from the Buck, who is going to be pushing up through the garage.
And really all four of the defenders stuck in that one little area. Jello has gone, but he's just barricading themselves in right now to make sure they don't get blanked. All four of those players inside one little area. Nicolo, will he get the flank onto the Buck? It looks like the Buck might be holding his own flank, and the Buck is holding his own flank. Legion also gets taken out in the process. Lego trying to plant the diffuser, but the smoke bolts will come out. Loki gets a frag. And the down comes out onto the Thermite, so now it's a 3v3. Captel pushes in, no, the unlucky timing. Oh, Yoshi, the selfless. Oh my, 2v2 situation. No, Ragnar will get one. Now it's just a 1v2 for Loki. Finds one onto the Thatcher. The Buck pushing in from garage. He's going to the window now. He doesn't quite know where he is.
It's just Loki against Ragnar. Got a choice against Odin's finest, and Loki will clutch it out. What an incredible play to turn around the 1v2. and take hold of the CCTV cache. Ragnar vaulting in and maybe attempting to go for the revive onto the down player, and Loki with the incredible play to push forward bravely and take him out. The god of tricks doing it again on Clubhouse.
And you gotta imagine, do you agree, there's gonna be some tilt from Odin's Finest right here. You might see some unsmart or like some aggressive plays coming out from them on this final attacking round. Do you agree with that?
I don't think so at all. I think Odin's Finest is a very mentally tough team, as they proved in their last game. I think that they're going to look at that and say, okay, we made a misplay. Overall, we're playing well. We need to keep on doing what we're doing and just move forward through the map. That was a bad round, sure. Did we misplay it? Yeah, probably. Let's put this behind us and let's move forward.
That is how a great team would handle it. Odin's Finest, they are a great team. Let's see how they handle it in their final attacking round on Clubhouse. They're going to have to attack the basement site. Check 6 has been good on defending this, but last time Odin's Finest were better, putting the gridlock on the main stairs. However, they don't have the gridlock this time, so that is not able to happen. Lucky, not sure what he's going to do with this barbed wire.
Can we get the scoreboard real quick? I want to see something. Okay, so we have Loki at 11-1 and 2. Once again, we have emphasized that if you want to win this site or any site against Check 6, you have to clear out their roamers. You cannot ignore them. They will flank you. They are very, very excellent at the late flanks and getting frags. Look at Loki on this Jaeger. He has been devastating for this push. In both of the rounds that Odin's Finest have won, they have cleared him out relatively early. They need to be able to push him out of the second floor.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. He's going to be playing in this top garage area. Wonder if any of the attackers are going to attempt to take this area over and drone it. Relevant just running that lobby area, and Spix. Oh, he's going to have to be sneaky here. I wonder if he's droned the Jaeger out. Looks like he hasn't. He's just face checking everything.
And this might be the duel that decides the round right here. Can Sifix take out Loki up here, as it does look like Odin's Finest are pushing a little bit further? Loki just sitting up here in this garage, has not found the sledge. Both teams playing a little bit cautiously. Loki's still holding that garage, as it does look like Ragnar is going to get his the X-Carlos, sorry, excuse me, I forgot what they're called, captured away. Maybe Serbian is able to take them out, as Sifix will get the frag into Loki. Okay, now it's the green light. Now we're full steam ahead from Odin's Finest. Roamers are clear. They know where the rest of the players Check 6 are. Now it's just a matter of getting the hatches open, cutting the site in half, and planting.
Device is going down.
Yeah, they have a minute 30 to do that. Pulse already used to C4. Maestro's Evil Eyes are already set down. Jello. The Kai trick gets them. No more exothermic charges. Actually, one is left. But, I think I might get
that Thatcher nade
throws it, well,
it's gonna need to be perfect. It's gonna need to be absolutely perfect for them, and we'll see how there is no more Electro Club. It does look like he is gonna get that second exothermic charge. A massive play from Jello to take both the exothermic charges away from the thermite.
Yeah, and you said it had to be perfect. That wasn't perfect. The grenade though doesn't get that much damage onto Kaid. Maybe they might think he's rotated. Yoshi peeking this very aggressively. Sledge playing on those main stairs. Looks like the Vana has gone into blue, and Metro opening up some holes into there. The fires going out onto the Legion, playing inside of there. And Niccolo with the aggressive peek does help him out as he gets the kill. That's a 4v4. The Legion has been downed also over, and Kligo gets the finisher onto the Legion. Oh, Niccolo just barely doesn't see the player playing inside of blue. Civics will get one. Raven will get another. Niccolo, the 1v4 situation. The player drops. It's a thermite. Sees him. It's the kill, but Relevant gets his team to a 3-3 split on Oregon. I'd say that's pretty decent. I'd be happy with that if I'm Odin's Finest.
Definitely. And with the way that they have turned it around, you got to remember Check 6 took the first 2 rounds and took them pretty handily. With the way that they brought it back from that the early struggles, you got to think that they're thinking really, really big. I think they're thinking map 3. They're tied at half, and they're about to go into their defense.
Yeah, the thing though, they can't think map 3 yet. They don't have liftoff yet. They're taking their baby steps right now. They started to get some momentum in the first map, and it's slowed down right now. These teams are neck and neck right now on this map. CCTV Cash Room will be the site of choice from Odin's Finest. Kaid will be 6-pick to a bandit, maybe some bandit tricking possible. If I'm Odin's Finest, I'm just putting like a meat jammer first on the wall to bait out one Thatcher, and then the bandit tricking and the Thatcher and the thermite, the Hibana. The games begin. Though Nomad might assist, Ash might go from below, but we never really know. You can play the game of Rainbow Six Siege so many different ways.
And I really like the Nomad on this site to kind of take away some of the runouts that can be so devastating, especially out of garage or out of stock. It's just a really, really strong operator. Or even if you play her on that kind of metal catwalk over there, you know what I mean? Player outside of that CCTV window, get some nomads in. That can definitely help that plant go down, as those air jabs, we really just want to use them as intimidation. A lot of times they're not going to net you kills in competitive play because people are so good at refragging or covering for their teammates. But if they can use that nomad charge to help stop the bandit tricking, I think that'd be huge. Or even if they use the Ash charges from underneath. And once again, the roam game is going to be so crucial. We're going to have to see how Sifix plays on the stage. If he excels, if he completes the full turnaround, I think Odin's Finest are going to have a heck of a half, and I think they're going to go to map 3.
Yeah, looks like the bandage battle already starting to happen. It looks like no meat jammer is there. And something was already breached by the thermite. Looks like they breached that construction wall, so Check 6 might not even be going for this area. The Ash charge was done from below, as I called out. Wonder where the Ash has rotated to. She's just going to the main wall now. She knows there's a bit of damage that was done to that bandit, and it looks like they're just calling for a rotate, possibly. I'm not really sure at this point what Check 6 is doing. A lot of them on the roof right now, marking that they need to destroy that. I wonder if anybody is playing inside of garage. And yes, there is Ragnar. How do you think Never mind. I was gonna ask you how do you think Ragnar is gonna play it. Looks like aggressive. Gets taken out by Yoshi.
I think that's a huge pick, and I think Ragnar has been, I believe he's the top fragger for Odin's Finest right now. That's a huge loss to have, as Loki will take down another player. That's your bandit and your Legion off the board. Now, having your bandit off the board is one thing. Having your Legion off the board is a whole nother. That means there's no more goo mines. That means there's no more T5 SMG. You lose a couple of impacts. It's a big loss utility-wise.
Oh, good spot from Nicolo. Make sure he doesn't waste that final air jab. Destroys the ADS. You will get a kill. Oh, Nicolo just missing the shots. Almost able to save his teammate. We'll get the refrag on Nicolo though. Now it's a 2v4 for the Castle on the Jaeger. Spix playing downstairs. Castle, the lone man inside of sight. He will have to stall for a very long time. Spix just choosing to go up the stairs though. Almost nets a kill onto the Nomad. One player pushing him from the site, and that is Yoshi. He will net the kill. 4th round on the board for Check 6.
And Check 6 take the lead through some strong early fragging. You gotta think that if Odin's Finest had been able to hold on to the garage, which is where where Nicolo entered through on the Nomad, that they would have been in a much stronger position. But Ragnar may be overpeaking it just a little bit, but man, when you're shooting like he is today, you gotta overpeak stuff. Yeah,
and now Church Arsenal Room going to be coming out from Odin's Finest. And the Kaid, mostly the same lineup actually. Looks like Sfix switched from something to a Vigil. I don't remember. A Vigil last round.
I don't remember it. I think it was the Jaeger. And I think they are going to go to this Vigil as, you know, neither side has really used grenades to a huge effect. Now, that may have been because there's a Jaeger picked every single round. But also, that Vigil can do so much for you on that roam game, can completely deny a lot of droning.
And after this game, guys, be sure to go check out collective_esports_blue. There's a PC going game just starting out on that channel between Vanta and Sinister Nation. So after this game is finished, be sure to go check out that game. But don't go away from this game for long. A great one between Odin's Finest and Check 6.
Pacifics wants this
He
drone.
uses the impact here and
He
might
wants
destroy the hatch.
He wants that drone so badly.
Oh no.
Oh, and that's a pretty big loss for him. He still does have an impact grenade that he can use to make rotation holes for himself upstairs. We're assuming that's where Pacifics is going to be playing on that vigil.
Not sure what was going on with Ragnar, but we may never know.
Who knows? It does look like Ragnar is going to be roaming on that Legion again. Definitely strong, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit of high-fiving maybe from these two players upstairs. They're just hanging out, and Odin's Finest is playing loose. They're having a good time. They may be down one map and a round, but they are still playing very, very strongly.
Some wall bangs. Looks like one of the put into Spix. Ash pushing into CCTV. Trying to get another kill. Pinch on that construction wall, and Niccolo will get the full pinch, and Loki will get another amazing play from Check 6. That is why they are Season 1 champions.
And that's both of your roamers down. And it looks like a little bit of a miscommunication for Odin's Finest coming out will put them down in this match. Is that a soft hatch in stock?
It is a soft hatch in stock. We will go over there and confirm it, and yes, it is.
And it does look like that's going to go up pretty quick. And also the bar hatch can go up as well. And Check 6 are just in the driver's seat so far.
And this is something we've seen before with Check 6. They like to push the main church area. They don't like to go for the arsenal very much. As they have opened up the hatches around there. They have finally opened the arsenal hatch as the Kaid moves away from that. Some flashes coming out. And it's going to be a very tough 3v5 for Relevant, Raven, and Caligo. The final Hibana pellets being used. I wonder what she is using them on. Didn't quite get to see there, but Sir might go for this kitchen hatch, and they might actually go for a kitchen plant. They might make me eat my words. Hyde trying to foil the push coming in, and that's where the final Hibana pellets comes.
Right on that.
Arsenal is going to prove very tough.
Yes, on that castle barricade, there's still two exothermic charges coming out. Maybe that church wall will go up a little bit, as it does look like they're setting up for that potential take. But a flurry of frags coming out. They may not even get the bomb down before it's happening. One player down, so it's a 1-on-4. Loki with the double kill, and it does look like it's Relevant all alone. He will trade out and save the KB, but it is a Check 6 round all the way through.
Yeah, Check 6 did a great job of pinching those roamers, and that is how Check 6 is so good, that those pinch onto the roamers. I remember from my days of scrimming them, I remember from my days of casting them, you don't want to roam like that against Check 6. Want to know why? Because they're so good at countering them. If I'm Odin's Finest, what I'm doing on this side, I'm putting one person bandit tricking, 2 people in cash room, and 2 people in garage. Maybe let's fix Rome somewhere outside of there, but he's going to be pinched very quickly if he's in the line of fire for Check 6 and where they want to push. We'll switch off to a Jaeger, though, seeing as there are a decent amount of projectiles with the Ashes flashes, or breaching rounds, and the Nomads.
Definitely.
Valkyrie being brought out from Odin's Finest.
I like that they're switching to the Valkyrie. I think that they could use a little bit more intel on their plays, maybe utilize some aggressive runouts. That's where Odin's Finest is strongest. They're a very aggressive team, and they play that very, very well. And even though they're down and looking like their backs are up against the wall, especially these last couple rounds, you can't get away from what gets you somewhere. There's no point in playing passive now, when playing really, really aggressive, and honestly playing well while aggressive is what got you here in the first place.
See what the setup is. Maybe these casting barricades are going to be going from Relevance. Looks like one on the window to try and help that bandit of Raven. Not sure where the other ones are going yet. Let's put one out. And looks like Ragnar is going to be throwing a cam outside. I wonder where that's going to go.
2 feet up.
And this is what you want to
I'm gonna
see
hop
if you're.
outside, bro.
Yeah, that's solid. This is what you want to see if you're a fan of Odin's Finest. Put the cams outside, go for a couple of the aggressive plays. There is a Nomad on the board, but so far Check 6 has used that Nomad really aggressively and not outside for very long. This may be the change-up that gets them a couple wins in this round. They are playing Civics really, really aggressive. It looks like Ragnar too. Maybe a couple of C4s potentially coming out onto the walls.
Yeah, it looks like just a west side take coming out from Texas. Pushing the other side they did last time. Not pushing, trying to go for a CC take, but trying to go for a cash take. But she will Thatcher wall for Jello to get. It's gonna make construction 10 times easier to take. They will be able to push in construction and pinch the players playing inside a bedroom. Speaking of players playing inside a bedroom, one of them was relevant. Pushed back into construction, getting drunned out. He is on. He's got the double on his heels right now.
Check 6 in hot pursuit this round, pushing so aggressively, taking that gym bedroom site and potentially construction within a minute and a half. That's huge. They're right there. Jello popping some shots into the great beyond.
God.
he's taking out the pigeons, man. He's duck hunting. Get him out of here. It does look like
he's gonna see with people flying in the sky.
He's gonna put that exothermic charge on that castle barricade very, very soon, more than likely, and take that out. As it does look like the stranglehold from Check 6 is coming down. Odin's Finest still with all 5 of their operators still holding very, very strong. This could go either way right now.
A minute left in the round. The castle peak beyond the bomb. He's gonna get pinched by a lot of utility, maybe some flashbang stats. A little bit of damage downstairs. Is looks like the Valkyrie might be trying to go for a run out. Fires will give away Yoshi's position. Nicolo actually getting the first kill in the round. Bandit getting down, finished off by Nicolo. He has a double kill in this round. Ragnar up the stairs. A Nomad charge will take her out as Serbian's gonna get the plant down now. C4 somehow killing Nicolo, and he gets the down onto the thermite. Ragnar might be the saving grace in this round. He's getting shot at by Zibana outside the window. Sees the downed player. That's the right there. Now the 2v3. Sees the Ash. Gets the down. 2v2 situation now. One player though.
He's got the Deagle
out,
and he could potentially get the ace here. He's got one more round left in the Deagle. He's got to back off and do something. Shots now. We are in a 2v2 situation as Ragnar is still pushing. Will hit that Nomad. It does look like he's going to take a knife to the face. And Check 6 will take that round after a valiant effort from Ragnar. Just not enough, as he cannot clutch it out with the Deagle. And we do have
so far Check 6 flawless on the defense.
Yep, they're on a 3-round run. They are doing so unbelievably well, especially on Clubhouse, which a lot of people consider to be a little bit of a defender-sided map, especially with how well you can bandit trick those walls and get around them. I think the thing that's unique about their attack is they're playing the Nomad very, very aggressively. Normally teams would like to play the Nomad on the rappel a little bit outside, but the Nomad charges down in lieu of Claymores, but they're playing the Nomads on the site to help deny rotation. While it's very, very viable and it's something that teams do, it's just not something you see very, very often. As we are heading to match point, series point on Church Arsenal.
Yeah, looks like the same setup that Check 6 is going with. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what they say. Odin's Finest going to Church Arsenal, and we see the Alibi coming out again. Is it the same player that was playing Alibi last map relevant?
Yes, we did see Relevant bring out Alibi on Oregon, but not utilized so far on this match. A very strong operator. Those Prismas can get a lot of information, block a lot of sight lines, and the MX for Storm is still a pretty good gun, and the Bailiff can create a lot of rotation. A lot of soft destruction that Relevant is bringing to the table with this Alibi pick. However, did they bring a Jaeger? I can't exactly see. It doesn't look like they did. But the smart play utility-wise would be to bring a Jaeger. But on match point, series point, you got to go with what you're comfortable with. And if Relevant is more comfortable on the Alibi than playing the Jaeger, and Cifix is more comfortable on the Vigil than playing the Jaeger, why not?
Personally, I gotta contradict you.
Throwing mag!
The whole game, Check 6 hasn't used any projectiles. The only thing they've been using is Ash Charge, but that's just to breach soft walls. Flashbangs haven't really been a concern. Odin's Finest hasn't really been dying to them. I personally think it's a great choice to go with the Alibi, if that's a comfort pick for him, because he's not getting much utility out of the Jaeger engines.
I would say that the Nomads. I would say that the Nomad air jabs are the X factor there in terms of whether you bring the Jaeger or the Alibi, and the Nomad air jabs have been essentially winning some of those rounds. We saw that Ragnar got put down by a couple on that retake there, and he had a 3K. I don't know. It's hard to say right now, but it's definitely a strategic choice that will affect the outcome of this round. That much we know for sure, as we have entered a minute in. No frags yet. Relevant still upstairs in CCTV, looking like he's going to push down Metal, playing really aggressive on this Alibi, because he is looking to take a couple frags. Yes, you have to play aggressive. That's what Odin Finest does well. They're a very, very strong team.
Play his life though. They had him droned out. They had a very big pinch coming out on him. The player in Garage entered in quite late. Ragnar might be able to bait his teammate here to get a frag onto the player pushing in Garage, or maybe a player just trying to rotate into blue. It is a very smart play from Ragnar. His teammate is really baiting for him right now. Loki will get the frag. Wonder if the Vigil will be able to get the blue frag. No, he will not, with all the baiting that going on.
And Loki is playing. He's playing so well this match. Scoreboard very, very quickly. Ooh, a little disrespect. Some disrespect coming out here. Loki has so many kills this game. So many kills on his Ash Faker. Just a ridiculous amount.
Gets another kill. Now it's just a 2v5 for Raven and Caligo. Caligo gets another Loki. Gets the Ash. The Terror down. But the whole team of Check 6. Nicolo, another amazing fragger will get run. He's getting shot from every which direction. Caligo gets one. He gets traded out by Nicolo. Check 6 going to the semifinals of the Summer Cup, ladies and gentlemen.
And well played. And we talked about it earlier, Duck. We said it. This is either going to come down to the final rounds, or it's going to be 2 7-4s. One round off. One round away from the predictions. Good. This is not bad. Not bad at all. And well played to Odin's Finest. They're a very, very strong team. To definitely get Check 6 a run for their money there. Really, really strong fragging, especially coming out from Ragnar, 11-8. Really, really saw just unfortunate that they couldn't clutch it out in some of those situations. In situations where it felt like they had the momentum, they couldn't capitalize. And I think that's the story of this game.
Yes, we're going to get, I believe, Serbian here for a post-game interview. I'm not going to get the wrong team in here like I did last time, right, guys? That was a one-time thing. I accidentally invited the wrong team. But we're getting Serbian in here for a post-game interview. Hey, Serbian. Make sure you have your audio included.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not too much.
Yeah, it's included.
So, y'all went up huge on Oregon. What was the key to y'all's really, really strong defensive half when y'all went 5-1, I believe?
You know, especially like on Oregon, when we banned the Thatcher, we know that we feel pretty comfortable playing off of it, and we know that how we want to play without them being able to really get hatches, at least in a quick and efficient way. So we play really aggressive on the Ds and pick up kills early, and I think it really showed in that second tower hold the kind of adjustments we can make after we got kind of destroyed on it the first round. So it was we feel comfortable playing when defending when there's no Thatcher, and I think that's what we kind of aim for.
Yeah. One thing also, Loki, 17 kills map 2. How'd that work out for you guys?
Obviously he really carried him and Vito Nicolo really carried the load that second game. You know, when he's playing well, he's as good as anybody in the game. Honestly, when you know, if he's not getting droned enough and he's just picking up early kills, there's nobody really better at doing that. So yeah, unbelievable second game.
So one thing I have, round 8 on Clubhouse, you guys had 2 players droned out. Do you want to tell me about the comms and how that pinch went when you had one player playing on side of construction while one player on the CCTV window and one player just pinching from the bedroom side?
Yeah, I mean that's textbook what we want to do. You know, when we get good pinches like that, we're really hard to beat, and it's really hard for Romans to pick anybody off. So, I mean, the droning was pretty much perfect. We knew where the first guy was, you know, to a T, and the second guy kind of surprised us a little bit because we saw the Legion stacked up there, but we didn't know he was still in cash. But you know, you hit a good shot, and you know, all of a sudden it's a 5v3.
Yeah, do you have anything for him, Diamondback?
I'm good. I have no more questions.
Yeah, you can have your 30 seconds real quick, Serbian, to shout out anyone you'd like.
Yeah, thank you both for casting and for everyone watching on Collective, and shout out to my teammates in the Check 6 org. You know, we're just happy to keep it going, I guess. You know, it's been a while since we probably won't play for a couple weeks, so thanks for all you guys do.
Yeah, can I finish this off?
Yeah, go for it. Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
thanks everyone for watching this game. A great game between Check 6 and Odin's Finest. Check 6 taking it 7-4, 7-3 in the best of 3. They're going to the semifinals of the Summer Cup. We don't know who they were playing yet, but we'll be sure it's a good match. I've been Duckeye19 with my co-host Diamondback. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Be sure to follow all 3 of our Twitch channels, collective_esports red, collective_esports blue, and collective_esports yellow. Collective_esports blue is live right now. Be sure to check out that game. We have a PC match going on between Vanta and Sinister Nation, so be sure to check that out after this game, and we'll see you guys next time.